guys, welcome back to my channel, The Growing You. This channel is meant for anyone that wants to stay themselves, don't want to lose themselves, but still have mad goals to pursue. I'm actually going to be talking about how to stop being so afraid. Like, I think I have a book here. This book, I used to be so scared before. Like, I'm telling you something about like 2015, 2014 was when I read this book, and it really gave me, it really helped me out to overcome fear. I used to be fearful of everything, anything that was possible to be afraid of. I think I'm scared of it. I'm afraid of the dark, I'm afraid of heights, I'm afraid of so many things. Especially, I think my main fear was the fear of uncertainty, fear of the future. Like, how was I sure that the future was going to be as I wanted it to be, was going to be better than I wanted it to be? So reading this book really helped. So this is not a promotional video, but if you could get your hands on this book, I think you should. Overcoming Fear by Creflo Dollar. This is not a medically approved video. That is, if you need to see someone to work on your fear with, please do. Now, these things I'm about to give you are the things that worked for me personally. I don't know if they might work for you, so make sure you find what will go right for you. Thank you. I think what I discovered when I was working on mastering and overcoming my fear, I think one thing I discovered was that there were two kinds of fear. We have the induced fear from self, which mine was, but we also have the induced fear from others. Some things that we're scared of, not because they had happened to us, but because we've seen it happen in an environment and we're scared. What makes us different? Why can't it affect me? So there's that also. There's also the fear from ourselves. That is fear that's risen from the things we've thought about, from our belief system, from the things we've introduced into our lives. We can have fear from those things. So now I'll be giving you some pointers to make sure that you're on point, you're living really peaceful. Guys, if you've been afraid before and you're in that place where you're not more scared, you know it's a real like, it makes you just appreciate the peace so much more. It's really important, for number one, for you to define your fears, because when you define something, then you're able to confront it, then you're able to actually, it just, as I said, when you accept something or when you notice something, like 50, you've said your journey already. So make sure you define your fears. How do you define your fears? Now, I think one of the easiest ways to define your fears is to write down a list of everything you're scared of. Write them out, recognize them, and then then recognize them. Jim Morrison actually said something. It said, when you acknowledge your fears, I'm paraphrasing here, it said, when you acknowledge your fears, bit by bit you become free, and then you're absolutely free. So make sure you actually do this. It works. Whatever your fear, from fear of rejection to fear of failure, to fear of uncertainty, fear of the future, to fear of the dark, make sure that you're aware. Don't deny yourself. The worst thing any man can do is to lie to himself. So make sure you're not lying to yourself. Now, the second thing I did was I bought this book. I went online. So make sure that you have resources at hand, so that will help you get over the fear after listing them out. Now, if you're not sure about number one, listing them out, you can ask people that are close to you, because they're going to give you an insight to yourself that you didn't know that was available to you. So make sure you actually see what they think about it, bounce the idea off of them. And then number two, resources. Now, your resources can be from this book, from Creflo Dollar, Overcoming Fear, and your resource can also be seeing a therapist, seeing a medical practitioner in that line. So make sure there's so many people there now that are specialized in different types of fear, so you could consult them to help you out with yours. Number two is very important. Get resources that will help you directly. And then the number three thing I did was I actually prayed. Now, if you know anything about me, you know I'm a Christian. And my kind of Christianity is more personal to me, because I see it as a one-on-one relationship with me and my God. So it was really important that I went to him. I prayed about fear. I really did, and he answered my prayers actually. So my support system, people that they've gone through what you've gone through and they've been on the other side, they can definitely give you pointers because they were through it, and then you actually get some information that will actually be able to help you out. Now the fifth thing, and I think this is really really important, is to actually check your imaginations. You have to out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. So you have to make sure that you say, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So you need to make sure that you're checking your imagination, because sometimes our imaginations can be our own worst enemy. Like, so you need to make sure that you're thinking right, you're believing right, because anytime you have some thoughts, one of the things I've learned, or I do when I have contrary thoughts, is I start to speak out, or I speak out when I can't, when it's getting too much inside of me. So the moment you start speaking out positive things contrary to things you're speaking, it helps. Number two, you can try switching to a different thought entirely, like intentionally switch to a different thought. But I think acclamation, like really speaking positive things opposite what's the negative that we're thinking of, I think really helps, because our prefrontal cortex actually receives that messages over time. And the sixth thing to overcoming fear is to start to act with love. Trust me, when I used to be scared and I used to act from a place of fear, it was really really bad, because when you act from a place of fear, you start to act from a place of hatred just a little bit. You start to be more hateful, or unconsciously you start to have hateful actions towards other people. And it's not because they're doing it intentionally, it's because when you have so much fear within you, you start to doubt yourself, and then you try to protect yourself, and by protecting yourself you might tend to hurt other people, push people that actually matter away from you. So make sure that you start to learn to act with love, learn to open the door for someone, learn to pick up something for someone, learn to say thank you, sorry. Just start from a place, when you act from a place of love, and trust me, it's really going to help. Because love and fear can actually coexist. So when you start to consciously act from a place of love, then you're thinking, oh, how can I do to make this better? They have to listen more, they have to speak more. By the time you start to do this, you're replacing your thought patterns, which is a bonus. But not the least, the eighth is for us to actually practice. Now, fear is something that we've been battling for years, so it's really really unreasonable for us to expect to get over the fear like that. So you just have to practice to keep recognizing your fears, keep practicing on the resources they are telling you what to do, practice from acting from out of love. Just make sure practice on changing your thought patterns. By the time you do all these things, practice, keep on praying. By the time you do all these things, you start to realize that you're actually being better. One day you wake up and you're just going to be different. You won't feel that fear anymore. So make sure that you do these things, and I promise you it actually works, because it works for me. I was really really scared before. Like I used to be so scared I used to cry. Like, people see me crying and they'll think something happened, but don't know that the thing happened in my mind. Like, it hasn't happened yet and I'm already crying. So it used to be that bad, but now I don't do that anymore for like over 4 I think I've been practicing it. So I think when I made great strides and I discovered that, oh, I've stopped being scared once, the last year, 2 years ago, that was when like I actually mastered it completely. So make sure you keep doing it, make sure you keep practicing it. And I think there are 3 action sentences or action statements for you to actually follow through. The 3 steps is to, number 1, acknowledge your feeling. Like, acknowledge it. Acknowledge, oh, I'm scared of my future. Number 2, like, I'm giving you the summarized 8 into this 3. So number 1, you have to acknowledge it. Number 2, you have to welcome it. Welcome the fact. Welcome it means acknowledge it. Welcome the fact that you have this particular fear. And then number 3, dive into the core of why you're scared. Why was I scared of the future? I got to know that. Why am I uncertainty? Why am I fear? Why do I get fearful anytime I'm uncertain about this? And I have to dive in the core of why the fear actually began from that. So let me know in the comment section if you're scared, which of the keys you're going to try out yourself. Let me know in the comment section what you think about them. Let me know in the comment section if there's something you tried and it actually worked for you. Let me know in the comment section. I'm open to that. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram, on my Twitter, on my Facebook account, because I'm there every single day. See you in the next video, guys.